So this is why America needs to get herself some police reform. We got police reform here in Colorado, and this shit is working fucking brilliantly. Take a look at this video. You got this police officer who's going to arrest this 73-year-old woman. And the whole thing, from the start to the finish, he throws her down, pops her shoulder out of location, dragging her, putting her into the car, putting her out of the car, and then letting her suffer in pain for about 5 hours in a holding cell by herself. She weighs about 80 pounds. 80 pounds. And these stupid-ass shitty cops, they got their gloves and they're, looking all professional and shit. Oh, man, y'all saved the day. You arrested that 80-year-old woman who didn't even know what the hell was going on. Oh, you all say... I'm so happy about this. This guy is actually going to go to jail for 5 years. Here's the video, or some of the video of that arrest.
The attorney representing Garner calls these moments caught on video disgusting, horrifying, and that they cannot be unseen or unheard.
It's a very sad story for her and for her family.
The Alzheimer's Association of Colorado says these new videos reinforce the need for training, which officers in Loveland are now receiving.
It walks them through some scenarios, including...
Yeah, no, it's absolutely disgusting because the guy, the man's name is Hop, Austin Hop, and he arrested Garner. So Garner is a 73-year-old that got arrested, and here is Austin Hop, right? So here's Austin Hop. He went ahead and arrested that 73-year-old, and he was acting like he was a big savior, right? He saved everybody. Now, apparently there was a report that she had stolen, $13 worth of goods from Walmart, but they confronted her outside of the store, and then they took the items, and then so they had already handled the situation and let her go, and then he drives up, as she's walking. So you got this little tiny, 80-pound, 73-year-old walking home by herself. And if she's having to steal $10 worth of shit, whatever, it doesn't matter. She gave the stuff back, so he just shows up to the scene and, arrests the fuck out of her. Arrest her like a fucking psycho. Oh, you're going to steal $10 from Walmart, huh? You think you're going to steal $10? How dare you? Don't you dare steal. And she didn't steal $10 from Walmart. She tried to. They took it back, so... the theft was unsuccessful, so I don't even know if you got a charge. What charge do you even have? Attempted theft, maybe? So that's that piece of shit right there. That's him in court, right? Hey, look at me. I can part my hair. I know how to part the hair. So they said that he had faced from probation to up to 8 years behind bars after he had pled guilty to second-degree assault under a deal with prosecutors that was opposed by Gardner's family. So they were opposed to it. He's going to go to jail for 5 years, and I guess they wanted more. He faced a mandatory prison sentence of between 10 to 32 years under an original, more serious assault charge. Yeah, just like that Rohel, right? Just like that Rohel. No, that's an assault charge. It's a crime of violence. That's at least 10 goddamn years. How come he didn't get the bare minimum? The damn judges, I thought they said that they're shackled. They have to. They have to give this guy 10 years. They don't have a choice. Apparently they're not shackled when, this is the best way to judge a criminal justice system is to see how they treat their own. If they have a police officer or a judge or a prosecutor, that's the best way to see if the, criminal justice system is actually fair. Because if an accusation, you have to go through 20 damn steps. And if there's an accusation on them and they don't go through any steps, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. It's not fucking fair, and it should be fair. I want good cops in a fair judicial system. Is that too much to ask? When he put her, Austin Hop takes Karen Garner and puts her in the cop car. She says, I'm trying to go home. I'm trying to go home. And then he's like sitting there moving her bent left arm up near her head saying, hey, are you finished? Are you finished? We don't play this game. What game is that? Are you finished? Are you finished? We don't play this game. The game where you just fuck people's lives over and we're just supposed to, well, okay. Nope, that's all right. You go ahead and you beat up Nana. You go ahead and beat up that grandma. Federal lawsuit said that he had dislocated her shoulder. The city settled the lawsuit for $3 million. Money which her family says will pay for the around-the-clock care that she is required after her condition deteriorated following her arrest. Of course, she's old. She was, basically had one foot in the grave anyways. She was already halfway checked out anyways. And then while she's sitting in jail in the Austin Hoppy sitting there laughing and joking about the arrest. And then they went ahead and rewatched the body camera. This is fantastic because up until 5 years ago in America, nobody ever criticizes the police. You have Greg Lopez, who, they're sitting there kind of giving him shit for in 1993 had assaulted his, pregnant wife. Now, part of me wants to say, hey guys, what are you doing? The other part though, because Greg Lopez says that cops can do no wrong. His position is cops can do no wrong. This cop accused this old woman of doing some crime. You know what? $10, stole $10, beat the shit out, and ultimately, right, 5 to 10 years ago, this cop would have been still in the street. He still would have had his badge, still would have had his gun, and then she would be behind bars, in jail. He ruined her life, and we're all just supposed to go on as if, nothing to see here. As if nothing had happened whatsoever. So I'm still tickled pink whenever I hear about a police officer just being charged with a crime, let alone being convicted with a crime. If I'm a police officer and you need me to go to court to testify about, yeah, I was at the scene and I shot the dude, but then I shot one and then I shot his associate in the leg. I didn't mean to. The whole idea is we have good cops. So I'm still tickled to death. I'm still tickled pink. Whenever a cop gets a charge. Whenever he gets a charge. Because the whole system is a cop accuses you and then the prosecutor and the judge and the clerk and every asshole along the way shoves you into fucking jail. And then they don't pretend like they're criminal pieces of shit whatsoever. And they do this over and over and over again with person after person after person. But not them. They're immune, right? They're just saying you assholes need to go to jail. But the rule of law says everybody has to obey the law. And so I'm happy that police reform has been passed here in Colorado. I'm happy that the police have to follow the laws here too. This guy's going to go to jail for 5 fucking years, and absolutely, he fucking deserves it. Look what the fuck he did, you fucking piece of shit. You didn't save the goddamn city. You didn't save society. You didn't protect and serve any motherfucking person. You didn't even protect and serve goddamn Walmart. You just hurt an old lady for the fuck of it. You saw an old lady out by herself, vulnerable, and you took advantage. Thank God she had people around her to get that $3 million thing and to get some goddamn justice. But how many fucking times does this shit happen and nobody knows? Nobody's, none the wiser. So hell yeah. Hell yeah. Austin Hoppy, piece of shit. Austin Hoppy, you want to go around fucking beating up old women, you piece of shit? That's an assault, you motherfucker. That was a 73-year-old woman. That was somebody's grandma, you piece of shit. Just go around using violence against people and then pretending that they're the good guys. And then he's bragging. You hear that her arm pop? He's bragging about it. My aunt had bragged about, or my aunt was married to an abusive man, and he would hit her and then show the bruises on her face to his friends. You see what I just did to her? That's what this motherfucker is doing. Austin Hop, look what I did to Karen Garner. Man, I threw her on the ground. I popped that shoulder out of her. She's still being mad, and I'm still being a dick. She's 73 cents, man. She doesn't even weigh a fucking buck. Even if she wants to fight like, You know, a 90-pound person, what the hell could she do? So, I'm glad that there was some justice. It does seem incredible that they're going to give Rohel 110 years, because that's mandatory. It's what the law says. It's a crime of violence, but this guy's supposed to go to jail for 10 years, and he's given a break. I think 5 years is... I mean, I guess it depends on the extent of the damage, but if she has to have round-the-clock, care, 5 years seem like, God, that, might have been too much, but if you actually look into it, he really hurt her. An assault charge here in Colorado is not if you hit somebody, but if you cause bodily injury. And he did cause bodily injury, and he was proud of it, and he bragged to his... So how many fucking times have these cops done shit like this, ruined people's lives, ruined their names, ruined their lives, and then we're going to go on as if that fascist piece of shit that just hurt an innocent old woman is the good guy? How many fucking times has that happened? So, yeah, I'm very happy that this case turned out the way that it did.